Let's make it do what it do, what it do. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Today is Tuesday, June the 4th, 2024. If you are coming on, joining us, watching us live, good afternoon to you. Today is Tuesday, June the 4th, 2024. We are live. This is not a replay. It's your boy, Ramon Preston, my squad. We're all live right here from the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And just in case you don't know, now you know, you are watching the Ramon Preston Show. Welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I'm your host, Ramon Preston. As much as I possibly can, I show up live here to share information with you, particularly those of you that are entrepreneurs, you're small business owners, and you want to take your business to the next level. That's what we do here at Ramon Preston Enterprises. I'm a business and real estate consultant. We have a coaching division. We have an educational platform called Ramon Preston University, where our signature educational program is housed, called the Millionaire Blueprint. We have students, we have coaching clients, we have mentees from all around the United States of America, many different places, many different backgrounds, and many different industries, all of whom are working towards engineering seven-figure organizational enterprises. So I don't know where you're watching me from, but I would love if you would just take a moment and put in the comments what city, what state, what country, what planet you're watching your boy from. Go ahead and put in the comments. Let me know where you're watching us from live today on this beautiful Tuesday. Put in the comments. Let me know who you represent, where you're watching us from. If you're watching me on Instagram, it's through our phone. We are streaming live through a streaming service on YouTube, Facebook, X, LinkedIn. You can always visit one of those platforms if you want a more professional version of today's show. You see, I'm mic'd up and we're streaming through our platform, so you're not going to hear me the way you will hear me on one of those platforms. So if you're watching me on IG, feel free to go over to any of the other platforms, my Ramon Preston page on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and you'll see our streaming from there. But either way, thank you for joining the show. Please put in the comments what city you're watching me from, or what state you're watching me from. ATL is in his house. Jacoby, I see you. Good afternoon. Appreciate you for joining us today. And guess what, y'all? Today, I'm going to get a little preachy, y'all. I'm going to get a little preachy because our topic is going to be on how to put biblical principles to practice in your business. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm going to get a little preachy today. I'm going to be talking about how do you put biblical principles to practice in your business. Now, first and foremost, before I share this information with you, because it's really going to be helpful to you, even if you're not a person of faith, okay? So everybody ain't saved, everybody ain't people of faith. However, if you are a person of faith, and if you believe that God has called you into the marketplace to do great things, or if you believe God has called you to build some type of organizational enterprise, whether it be for-profit or nonprofit, I'm going to show you how you can take those biblical principles, put them to practice in your business. My wife and I, we've been entrepreneurs full-time and ministers full-time for over 20 years. So I think we might know a thing or two about how to put biblical principles to practice in business, in ministry, in the marketplace. We've been able to navigate through a lot of the ups and downs, in and outs for over 2 decades. And we're continuing to grow and to expand. But I don't do it without helping people like you figure out what you need to do to navigate as well. So I am a preacher. That's my disclaimer. So I will get preachy, and a part of my ministry and my God-given calling and assignment is to be a minister in the marketplace, to take the abilities that God has given to me and to use them in a way that I can help a lot of people, make a lot of money, and expand the kingdom of God all at the same time. So with that being said, how do we put biblical principles to practice in our business? If you're taking notes, I'm going to give you the 3 main bullets, and then we're going to break each of those main bullets down, okay? So if you're taking notes, I want you to write these 3 main bullets down, okay? The first bullet on how you're going to do it is through revelation. And don't get scared by the word revelation like, oh, the book of Revelation. Ooh, we finna see an apocalypse. That's not what I'm talking about. I just want you to write that word down. This is how you're going to be able to put biblical principles to practice. And I know I'm talking to a lot of people because, number one, my main audience is entrepreneurs, small business owners. Okay? Make no mistake about it. If you're not an entrepreneur or a small business owner, it doesn't mean what I say can't apply to you, but it just means it would be perfect for you if you were an entrepreneur or business owner. That's my main audience. All of the content that I produce on social media is primarily to entrepreneurs and small business owners. And most of the clients and students and people that we've worked with over the last 20 years are entrepreneurs and small business owners or ministers, all of whom are people of faith. So that's why I put a lot of emphasis on faith-based biblical principles in business and in ministry. Some people don't like that. Some people think I bottleneck myself. Hey, that's their opinion. I know who I am, and I know who I'm called to, and I know who my audience is. I know most, if not all, of my content is directly connected to entrepreneurs, small business owners, men and women of faith who want to figure out how do they show the world what that faith do. How do they take these biblical principles and apply them to their lives personally, professionally, and financially? So the first bullet that I want you to write down, the first main point on how you're going to do it is revelation, okay? The next one is intelligence. And don't get offended by the word intelligence as if I'm saying you stupid or goofy, okay? I'm going to make it make sense. Number 1, revelation. Number 2, intelligence. And number 3, this is going to be a big one, okay? Application. So if you want to know how to put biblical principles to practice in your business, I'm showing you how. Number 1, by revelation. This is going to be very important for you. Number 2, by intelligence. And number 3, by application. Okay? So write that down. Write that down. Now that we have it written down, let's start breaking each of these bullets up. What do I mean by revelation? Well, here's what I mean. Revelation reflects your beliefs. It reflects your beliefs. It reflects your commitments. And it reflects your habits. So when Ramon Preston says the way for you to practice biblical principles and to use them in your business, when Ramon says the way is through revelation, what I mean by that is you're going to put biblical principles to practice in your business because you're going to work on your belief system. You're going to work on your belief system. So in the Bible, when God gives somebody a revelation, that means he's revealing something to them. He's giving something to them that up to that point they may have not received. So he's showing them a certain angle that they may have never saw. He's giving them a perspective. He's elevating the way they perceive life or whatever it is that they're getting ready to do. And he gives them a revelation. The root word for revelation is reveal. Okay? So the reason why revelation is the first way for you to put biblical principles to practice in your business is because you've got to open yourself up to see success the way God sees success. And if your belief system is broken when it comes to business, when it comes to success, when it comes to money, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to selling, when it comes to promoting, if your belief system is broken when it comes to those things, guess what? You ain't gonna do it. A lot of people, particularly people of faith, they scared to make money. They scared to talk about money. They scared to say they want to be successful. They scared if they get too much. And they dummy themselves down because their belief system is broken and they ain't got a revelation that, guess what? I need to make more money because I got a whole lot of people I need to help. I need to get the bag and be successful because there are a lot of people who look up to me. There are a lot of people who depend on me. As a matter of fact, the more money I get, the more successful I get, the more options I have to be a blessing to more people, to help more churches, to impact more communities, to help change the world. Duh. You get what I mean? So revelation reflects your beliefs, your beliefs. These are biblical principles that you should put to practice in your business, especially if you love God. If you love God's people, if you want to be a blessing to the kingdom of God, well, guess what? This is what you need to do. You need to work on your beliefs. And most people have limiting beliefs. We've all been there. I've been there. I was raised with limited beliefs. Most of my adult life, I fought limiting beliefs. Whether it's me not being able to see myself blessed or successful or my business growing, or maybe it was limiting beliefs regarding how I'm going to get there. There was a time I didn't want to promote myself. I didn't want to be known. I didn't want to toot my own horn. There was a time I didn't want to pat myself on the back. I didn't want to be a show off. I didn't want to come off as arrogant. All of these were limiting beliefs that I was using to justify why I'm not successful. Point blank, period. Okay? So revelation reflects your beliefs. Revelation reflects your commitments. So I want you to see how this works in your business and with your success, with you making more money and doing more for your family and for your community. I want you to see how this works. Your commitments are really tied to your beliefs. So you're not going to commit to being a millionaire. You ain't going to commit to being extremely wealthy and getting rich. Like those are like cuss words to some people of faith. But you're not going to make that kind of commitment if your belief system is broken. So I want you to say this after me. I believe I'm supposed to be wealthy. Ooh, I'm going to offend somebody right there. I believe I'm supposed to be wealthy. I believe I'm supposed to be rich. I believe I'm supposed to be successful. I believe I'm supposed to have it all. I believe I'm supposed to help more people. I believe I'm supposed to be a blessing to my church and my community. Well, if I believe that, guess what I'm going to have to do? Make a commitment to being that. I got to commit to that. Now I want you to say this to yourself. I am committed to being wealthy. I'm committed to being successful. I'm committed to being a millionaire. I'm committed to growing my business. I'm committed to making more money. I'm committed to helping more people. I'm committed to being a blessing and making an impact. Well, guess what? If you're committed, it's because you done changed your beliefs. Your commitment, listen to this. Your commitment, hear me on this. Your commitment will not go beyond your belief level. Did you hear what I just said? Your level of commitment, we still here with Revelation. Your level of commitment will never surpass your belief level. So if your belief level is here, if you don't believe you can be wealthy, if you don't believe you're supposed to be wealthy, if you don't believe your business can succeed, if you don't believe you're supposed to market yourself and sell your products and services and close deals and do big things, if you don't believe that, you will never make a commitment above that. All right? You will never make a commitment above that. So revelation reflects your beliefs, your commitments, and bada bing, bada boom, your habits. Your habits. So I want to be a habitual successful person. And the way I'm going to become habitual in my success, habitual in selling, habitual in building a business, the way I will become habitual in that, the way I will have the habits that reflect success is how I commit to those things because of my beliefs. That's the first key to putting biblical principles to practice in your business. You got it? Hey, by the way, if you have any questions about your business or anything regarding what we're talking about, put the questions in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer. My team, my squad, they're in the comments and in the chats, so they'll definitely respond to you. And we do have a free business assessment workbook that we're offering to you. It's actually a link inside of the description. You can click that link, take advantage of a free business assessment. It's a 17-page workbook that we use for our students and clients when we are conducting assessments with them to help them create a blueprint for them to engineer $1 million business. So we're offering that to you for free. You could click the link, and we have a number, probably 2 numbers in the description that you can text the word strategy to, and we will also offer you a free strategy call to help you figure out what the next step is for you and your business. So revelation is number 1. Number 2 is intelligence. This is how you're going to put biblical principles to practice in your business. Through revelation, that means through my beliefs, my commitments, and my habits. And number 2, through intelligence. What do I mean when I say intelligence? Do I mean you stupid? No. Do I mean you goofy? No. Maybe so. You might be a little goofy, but that's not what I'm talking about. When I say intelligence, here's what I mean. Intelligence reflects your critical thinking. This is what your intelligence reflects. And skill stacking. I want you to write what I'm putting down now. I'm giving you the game, and you need to take this game and apply it. Okay? Let me rewrite this because I see I just messed that up. So I want you to write what I just wrote down, okay? The second way you're going to put biblical principles to practice in your business is through intelligence. When I say intelligence, it reflects your critical thinking and skill stacking. So what I mean by this is, if you have a revelation, if you have a belief system and a commitment and a set of habits that prove you have been given this God-given ability to make a decision, to be successful, to have a business that grows, to help people, to make money. If you really have a revelation of that and you believe it, your revelation needs to be complemented. Your revelation needs to be complemented with intelligence. Okay, which means, listen to this. You can't be anointed with revelation and stupid at the same time. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So if somebody tells me, oh, I believe God wants me to be a millionaire. I believe I'm supposed to this and supposed to that. And the Bible says this and God said that. And I had a dream about this. And he spoke to me and said that. If somebody tells me that, what I'm hearing is, oh, you got a revelation. But if they cannot conduct critical thinking for themselves, if they have no skill set that helps them become a better person, a better business owner, to make more money, what they're telling me essentially is, I'm anointed, Ramon, but I'm stupid. I'm goofy. You can't be anointed and goofy at the same time, because your revelation needs to be complemented with intelligence. And when I say intelligence, I'm talking about you need to learn critical thinking. What do I mean by critical thinking? Here's what I mean. If I believe I'm supposed to be rich, if I make a commitment to get rich, if I start developing the habits of people who are rich, then the next thing I'm supposed to do is to start becoming critical in my thinking about what don't I know? What am I lacking? Why am I not rich? Why can't I make more money? Why have I been stuck at this level for so long? What am I doing wrong? What am I not doing right? What is it that I don't know? Who am I around that I need to get around? That's critical thinking. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially, and I'm going to say this because I'm a man of faith, especially people of faith, they have a whole lot of revelation. They're heavenly bound, but they don't have a whole lot of intelligence. They're earthly no good because they're unwilling to do critical thinking. They're unwilling to look themselves in the mirror and say, listen, bruh, listen, sis, you're broke because it's not that you don't want to be rich. You're broke because you're doing broke people stuff. You're struggling because you're unwilling to undo the things that keep you struggling. That's critical thinking. And your critical thinking also requires skill stacking. And the reason why I can talk about this with such a conviction, and I was just telling this to someone the other day, I started preaching and doing ministry full time even before I started my first business. And that was a blessing, and it was also a liability to some extent, because I did not understand 20-something years ago when I first started preaching the gospel, and I was ordained as a minister and I was doing ministry in the church. I did not understand that my spirituality was not going to automatically make me rich. I didn't really understand how that worked. I believed God wanted me to have more. I made mental commitments to do better and to live better and to be a better person. I started developing different habits and getting rid of old habits. But where I fell short 20-something years ago, and really most of the last 2 decades, where I fell short was getting the intelligence and understanding that there were certain skills I needed. I needed to learn how to become a better business person. I needed to learn how to become a better leader. I needed to learn how to become a better communicator. I needed to learn how to become a better marketer. I needed to learn the professional side of real estate, investing, consulting. I needed a higher level of intelligence when it came to business. Because I thought, since I was anointed, since I was preaching, since I was serving the community, when my wife and I started our church, that was in 2007. And for the 12 and a half years that I pastored the church as the lead pastor, I can't even tell you the thousands of people we served in that 12 and a half year window. We served thousands of people. Thousands upon thousands of people. We had a food pantry. We had a community youth center. We had an outreach center. We had a prison ministry, a nursing home ministry. I mean, anything a church can think about doing, we did in those 12 and a half years. Okay? We served thousands upon thousands of people. But subconsciously, I was equating my spiritual service to my skill stacking. I hope I'm making sense. It's not like I was intentionally doing it. It's not like I was just crossing my fingers and my legs saying, God, I just hope you bless me. It's just that I thought because I'm such a spiritual person, this other stuff has to work. No, it don't. And I realized after a while that there was some things God was doing for me spiritually, he wasn't going to do for me intellectually. That means I have to read the book. I have to find a coach. I have to go to the seminar and sit down for 5 hours and learn. I have to role play. After I pray, then I got to role play. I was trying to pray and think praying was like role playing. No, praying ain't role playing, okay? You pray, and then when you finish praying, you role play. And then when you finish role playing, now it's time to do real work. So your intelligence reflects your critical thinking and your skill stacking. And number 3, the third thing you need in order to put biblical principles to practice in your business is application. It's application, y'all. It's application. What is application? Here's what application is. Application reflects, I want you to write this down, your massive actions and measurable results. I'm giving you like a master class on today's show just on putting biblical principles to practice. Okay? Let me say it again. Application. Remember, I need a revelation first. I got to believe God wants me to be rich. I got to have this conviction in my mind that I know I'm supposed to be the biggest bag in the room. My children need me to be that. My siblings, my wife, my staff, my church, my community, my friends, everybody needs me. Even if they don't want me to, they need me to be filthy rich. I got to believe that. And I got to make a commitment to becoming that. And I got to start developing habits toward that so I can become that person inside of my spirit. And then my revelation needs to be complemented with intelligence. And I got to start getting critical in my thinking. Why don't you have it already, Ramon? Why are you not filthy rich yet? Why are you still waiting to get there? What is it that you don't know about business, about money, about life, about relationships, about success? Who is it that you are around that's keeping you from getting there? Who do you need to be around? Now I need to get some intelligence. I need to stack my skills. What do I need to learn to become a billionaire? And then once I start working on the intelligence, now my intelligence needs to be reinforced with application. I'm telling you, so many people miss these principles, and guess what happens? They never see the promises of the Bible. Period. They never see it. Application reflects your massive actions and measurable results. So that means I got to take massive action, like I'm standing in front of this doggone camera right now. I'm spitting game to you. I'm giving you the game. I'm showing you how to apply biblical principles to your life. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm taking action. Now, I could be in my office doing work because I got a whole lot of work I need to be doing. But why am I carving out time in my busy day to go live, to maybe have a couple handfuls of people watch me live, and it may be more that come back after the live when they off of work or whatever? Why am I doing it? My revelation, because of what I believe, because of my commitments and my habits, because of my critical thinking, because of my skill stacking. And because I'm going to take massive actions and I'm going to maintain measurable results. That means when I do something, I'm going to see if it's going to get results. I'm going to see if it's going to get results. I'm going to see if what I'm doing is working. And if it ain't working, I'm going to figure out why it ain't working. I'm going to go back to critical thinking. And if I find out why it ain't working, I'm going to stack some skills. And then if I still glitch, I'm going to go back to my beliefs. What is limiting me from breaking through. And I'm going to continue to work on this every day of my life until I get my business where I want it to be. All right. So I would love to know, what was your biggest takeaway from today's show? What is the thing that created that, oh my God, aha moment for you? I would love to know. Put in the comments. Let me know, what is the biggest takeaway for you today? Or what do you feel like you can take and apply to change something you've done wrong up to this point, or to do something new that you know is right from this moment forward? I would love to get some feedback. Put in the comments. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I want to remind you again, inside of the description of this live, there's a link to a free business assessment workbook. I am a business consultant, real estate too, a coach, an educator. We have an entire educational training platform called Ramon Preston University. We have an entire program for entrepreneurs called the Millionaire Blueprint. It's an educational program to show you how to engineer a 7-figure, $1 million enterprise, from starting and structuring your holding company, from integrating systems and processes for your sales, marketing, finances, operations. We teach creative tax strategies. We teach real estate investing. We teach you everything you need to know to engineer a $1 million business. That's what I do. That's what I'm an expert at. That's what I have mastered, not just for myself and for the people around me, but for my clients, for my students, and for the people who depend on me to be an expert and a master at what I do. And one of the things that we do for our students and clients is we conduct business assessments for them. Now, of course, if I'm sitting down with you one-on-one as a consultant and coach, we're going to go through this business assessment step by step together. But I do have a workbook that you can conduct a self-assessment. And once you download the workbook, it's 17 pages. And you start going through each point in that entire process. It's a 5-step process that we use. If you have questions, write the questions down. If there are some things that you're not understanding, highlight it, put a circle around it. And then I want you to text the word strategy to one of these numbers, and we will conduct with you a strategy call. Sometimes all it takes is 1 or 2 tweaks in what you're doing in your business, and you start seeing results. What I'm saying to you, I do in my business. What I'm saying to you, I've done for hundreds of business owners as a consultant and as a coach. And I don't know how many people I've done it for as an educator and trainer. This is what I do every day. But I would love to get feedback from you. And again, take advantage of the free business assessment workbook. It is specifically for entrepreneurs and small business owners who are trying to take their businesses to that next level. Or maybe you want to get started and you don't know where to get started. This is a great starting point, because it's going to start opening your eyes to things that you might not have thought about regarding business or sales or marketing or systems or processes or all of the above. And again, if you have any questions or if you just need more information about something, just text the word strategy to one of these numbers. You could screenshot that, and one of our millionaire concierges, who are always available, will reach back out to you, schedule a strategy call, get your questions answered so we can help you move to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all for joining the Ramon Preston Show today. Be sure to show your boy some love now. Leave a comment, like, share, tag somebody, let them know this prophetic preacher, teacher, entrepreneur, preacherpreneur is spitting game over here on this live. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. Follow us on all platforms at Ramon Preston. I'll be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon. Same place, same time, right here on the Ramon Preston Show. Until tomorrow, I love you. Appreciate you all for joining us, for trusting us to share valuable information with you. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, here on the Ramon Preston Show. Peace.